Hi guys, welcome to ANIMEized. This is the English translated version of the novel throneofseal. The novel differs slightly from the Chinese animation or donghua. If you want more of these videos, please smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. Enjoy and have a blessed day.
However, the changes in their surroundings are quite evident, and they can clearly sense that the atmosphere in Dream Paradise is becoming increasingly oppressive, and even the vitality doesn't seem as gentle. Roar! A deep, growling sound suddenly echoed from not far ahead, followed by a massive dark shadow charging straight towards longhaochen's direction. A massive dark shadow leaped down from the trees in front of longhaochen, making its appearance sudden. This dark shadow had leaped down from the trees in front of them, thus its appearance was quite sudden. Surprisingly, longhaochen's perception didn't detect its presence beforehand. Everyone don't move. Longhaochen took a step forward, raising his brilliant holy shield above his head, and executed the divine guard block. With a deafening crash, longhaochen was pushed back, leaving deep marks in the ground with his feet. The massive black figure was sent flying backward, landing on the ground not far away. A rich golden light emanated from longhaochen, but he showed no intention of attacking. Instead, he put away his blue rain, light lotus. "Don't be nervous, my friend." Longhaochen tried to make his voice as gentle as possible, while looking at the 3-meter-tall black figure in front of him. This figure was the magical beast they had encountered before, the massive black ape. The black ape's eyes were clearly hostile, glaring at longhaochen, while emitting low growls from its mouth. The light elemental elf, Ye floated out, chattering in a language the black ape understood. Longhaochen couldn't understand the animal language, but Ye could comprehend what the ape said. He immediately said, "Ye, tell our friend here, we have no ill intentions, we just sensed the changes in Dream Paradise, and thought you might be in danger. So we came to see if we could help." Ye quickly translated longhaochen's words to the black ape. The black ape slowly walked up to longhaochen. Just like last time, it extended its massive fingers. Without hesitation, longhaochen placed his hand on the ape's finger, looking at the ape with sincerity. He vaguely understood that the ape could sense the changes in one's heart through this method. Longhaochen's heart was completely free from malice, and he was a naturally kind son of light. In terms of purity of heart, there were probably very few humans who could compare to him. After a brief moment, the vigilance and anger in the eyes of the ape gradually disappeared. It retracted its large hand, nodded towards longhaochen, and then turned and walked deeper into the jungle. Ye immediately conveyed a message to longhaochen to follow. Led by longhaochen, the group of 8 quickly followed the big ape, heading into the dense jungle. But after walking for less than 100 meters, they began to see some powerful magical beasts appearing in their field of vision one after another. And these magical beasts all seemed very irritable. Their first reaction upon seeing longhaochen and his group of outsiders was to charge at them. Fortunately, the big ape led the way, and its low growls caused the hostility of the magical beasts towards longhaochen and his group to dissipate. Looking at the surrounding magical beasts, longhaochen felt a sense of unease, as these magical beasts were generally around the 7th or 8th rank in strength. There weren't any exceptionally powerful individuals among them, but the advantage lies in the huge number. In just a moment, they had already seen nearly 20 of them. Moreover, these magical beasts were moving in the same direction as longhaochen and his group, heading towards where the rainbow-colored orb had fallen earlier. Zhang Fangfan watched longhaochen in front of her with admiration. The recent experience undoubtedly confirmed the correctness of longhaochen's choice. But what surprised her the most was that longhaochen could actually interact with the aggressive magical beasts within Dream Paradise, and it was clear that he had gained their approval. This was something he could never have imagined. In fact, it was the first time in Dream Paradise that someone had truly gained the recognition of the magical beasts like longhaochen had. The conditions for this to happen seemed quite simple. One was to make the right choice, to establish friendly relations with the magical beasts and the environment as soon as one entered Dream Paradise. Never do anything destructive. With this in mind, at the very least, they wouldn't incur the enmity of the magical beasts. As for the second point, it was longhaochen's son of light constitution. In reality, what was most compatible with Dream Paradise was not longhaochen's son of light constitution, but the natural sons, possessing an extremely rare and exceptional life attribute presence. Undoubtedly, the likelihood of natural sons appearing was even smaller than that of sons of light, but they were not entirely absent. The previous natural son to appear was none other than the founder of this Dream Paradise, the goddess of nature. Hence, she should be considered the saintess of life. Apart from the natural son's constitution, the attributes closely related to life, light and water, were slightly inferior, with light and water being slightly less important than wood and earth. As a son of light, longhaochen naturally received the favor of Dream Paradise, and the test the big ape subjected him to was undoubtedly a test by Dream Paradise, which he passed thanks to his son of light constitution, thus earning genuine approval. As a result, he was directly integrated into the faction of Dream Paradise. This meant that, despite their relatively weaker overall strength, Longhaochen and his group could still receive support from Dream Paradise. However, the realization of this speculation didn't ease Longhaochen's emotions. In fact, it made him even more concerned. His concerns stemmed from the rules of Dream Paradise itself. After over a day of contact, he realized that, while Dream Paradise did limit the strength of outsiders, it also imposed certain limitations on itself. Otherwise, with the immense life energy of Dream Paradise, could it not have given birth to 9th or 10th rank magical beasts? Although there were quite a few of these magical beasts in front of him. Could they truly stop Ah Bao and his group? Longhaochen had personally witnessed Ah Bao's strength. He was well aware that, in their previous encounter, he had only been able to harm Ah Bao by surprise, and in a prepared situation. Facing Ah Bao, he actually had no chance in a one-on-one situation. It could be said that, with his formidable foundation, Ah Bao's strength already surpassed the restrictions of Dream Paradise's rules. Additionally, along with his companions, perhaps, their overall strength wasn't sufficient to contend with the magical beasts. But if they insisted on rushing into the midst of the magical beasts to obtain that strange rainbow-colored spirit furnace, it wouldn't be difficult. Under the leadership of the gorilla, they continued to traverse the increasingly dense jungle. They proceeded for about half an hour, and intense spiritual fluctuations appeared ahead within Longhaochen's perception. The battle had already begun, and it felt quite intense. However, what weighed heavily on his mind was that, among the spiritual attributes he sensed, there were only darkness and life. Longhaochen understood what this meant very clearly, that perhaps among the top 10 of the demon hunting squad in Dream Paradise, only he, caier, and Zhang Fangfang remained. Dark attributes undoubtedly belonged to demons, while all the magical beasts inside Dream Paradise, regardless of their inherent attributes, had a rich aura of life. With his perception attuned to Dream Paradise, Longhaochen was confident in his feeling. After passing through a grove of giant trees and bushes, a battlefield appeared before Longhaochen's eyes. Surprisingly, it was a small hill, and around the hill, there were hundreds of demons. But what was strange was that these demons weren't chaotic at all. Instead, they were launching organized attacks, without even unnecessary roars. On the other side, the enemies were obviously demons. Ah Bao appeared again in Longhaochen's line of sight, and his injuries had obviously healed. Even the demon who had been severely injured by the commander level number 21 demon hunting squad member seemed to have recovered. To put it simply, there were 9 demons here. In other words, apart from the blue flame demon Xunshang that Longhaochen's group had killed, the other demons hadn't suffered any injuries during yesterday's test. It was evident that they probably had spirit furnaces. Did they all die? Zhang Fangfang chuckled bitterly from behind. You see, those who entered this time, many of them were the core teams of martial-level demon hunting squads. Losing 7 of them at once was a severe blow to the demon hunting squads. The current situation on the battlefield was still very unclear, and it was obvious that Ah Bao and his group were heading for that hill, which was over 100 meters high, while the demons were sacrificing themselves to block their path. The battle was extremely fierce. While the individual strength of the magical beasts was not as high as that of the demons, their coordination was very well organized. They attacked in a well-coordinated manner, surrounding Ah Bao's group from all sides, using various attributes to forcibly block the demon's path. The gorilla let out an angry roar, then turned and beckoned to Longhaochen and the others, and ran directly towards the hill. Longhaochen and his companions hurried to follow. Because the gorilla's roars cleared the way, the magical beasts in battle mode didn't stop them from advancing. Naturally, the appearance of Longhaochen's group also caught Ah Bao's attention, and he watched as they charged straight towards the hill. A cold light gleamed in Ah Bao's eyes, and his front claws transformed into dragon claws, tearing apart a demon in front of him, leading the other 8 to accelerate their assault. Just then, on that small hill, the clear and melodious voices, like warblers emerging from a valley, rang out, and the attacks of the magical beasts instantly became more ferocious, forcefully halting the progress of Ah Bao and the other 9 demons. On top of that towering small hill, there stood a little girl who appeared to be only 6 or 7 years old. And she was exceptionally cute. She had fair skin, slightly chubby and rosy cheeks like a baby's, and her light blue hair was tied into 2 small braids, swaying with her movements, and her small, fair hands kept pointing downward. The clear voice was coming from her. Was she commanding the magical beasts? Longhaochen looked at the little girl in astonishment, and he had already reached the top of the hill with the gorilla. The aura of life here seemed even more vibrant, with a feeling of abundant vitality. The beautiful little girl's face was filled with anger, and her bright green eyes shone with determination and resolve. The gorilla approached her side. Surprisingly, it bowed respectfully to her and growled softly. Hearing its sound, the little girl turned and looked at Longhaochen and the others. As her gaze swept over them, it almost immediately settled on Longhaochen, and her bright green eyes showed strong surprise. "Human, are you the son of light?" The little girl spoke in a clear and articulate manner. Longhaochen nodded and said, "Hello, little sister, we're here to help you. What do you need me to do?" He didn't immediately lead his companions into the battle, because he could tell that the little girl had excellent control over the situation, under her command. The casualties among the magical beasts were minimized, and the assault on the demons was also swift. Joining the battle recklessly at this point wouldn't be helpful. The little girl giggled and said, "Finally, some good news. It's so good. Son of Light, you and your friends can stay here to protect me. I won't talk to you until I use these filthy fellows as food for heaven, okay?" Longhaochen agreed with a smile, leading his companions to stand beside the little girl. They observed the battle in the distance from the hilltop. Longhaochen made some simple arrangements, allowing his companions to quickly recover their strength. "I'm Longhaochen, you can call me by my name." "Directly," Longhaochen said with a smile. While the little girl continued to command the battle below, she turned her head and said, "I'm Ye XiaoLei, although I don't really like this name. My sister gave it to me, and I can't change it. You can call me XiaoLei." After saying this, she returned to that peculiar voice, and a series of rapid commands came from her mouth. The magical beasts below reorganized themselves, and their assault became even more intense. Meanwhile, magical beasts continued to join the battle from all directions around the hill, and it seemed that the 9 demons from the demon clan couldn't gain any advantage. Their combat strength had been steadily worn down through continuous fighting. Zhang Fangfang stood on the side, just like the others, keeping his lips tightly sealed. However, he was filled with amazement. It wasn't just him, the others also had curious expressions in their eyes. They couldn't help but steal glances at the little girl. The reason was simple: on Ye XiaoLei's body, a faint rainbow light radiated, and apart from her, there was no other presence of rainbow colors on this hilltop. Could it be that she was the source of the rainbow light? Zhang Fangfang also had another question in his mind. Why did this girl address Longhaochen as the Son of Light? It could be said that they currently had the upper hand, as they were on the side of Dream Paradise. The battle still continued, and Longhaochen carefully observed Ye XiaoLei's command. Although he couldn't understand Ye XiaoLei's unique language, he could discern her style of command. Ye XiaoLei's command wasn't actually very complex. Firstly, she made the magical beasts act as a unified whole, much like an army in battle, rather than a disorganized group. This way, there would be no unnecessary sacrifices. Those with exceptional defensive capabilities charged at the forefront, engaging the demons in head-on combat, while those behind were proficient in magical attacks. The way they fight seems almost indistinguishable from humans. What's even more important is that once the frontline magical beasts are seriously injured, they immediately retreat under Ye XiaoLei's command, and several specialized magical beasts at the back take over for healing. They emit layers of green light, quickly healing their injuries, and then returning to the battlefield as reserves. Whenever the 9 demons from the demon clan are about to unleash powerful skills, Ye XiaoLei always predicts in advance whether the magical beast should fall back, go on the offensive, evade, defend, or disrupt the enemy's skills. The coordination among the 9 demons from the demon clan isn't perfect, but each of them is individually powerful. Even Yu Yi, whom Longhaochen knows, seems to have significantly improved her combat abilities. Ah Bao is incredibly powerful, and the magical beast's attacks can't harm him at all. However, even in such circumstances, they are being forcibly restrained, unable to break through the magical beast's defenses. Moreover, the injuries inflicted on the magical beasts are quite limited. Longhaochen, who had some concerns, now puts them aside. With Ye XiaoLei's presence, it's as if she's the brain behind these magical beasts. With her as the commander, it's not easy for the demon clan to launch an attack. After all, this is Dream Paradise, her home ground. Moreover, Longhaochen is quite curious about Ye XiaoLei's identity. The rainbow light suggests that she might be the same as the rainbow light they encountered earlier. But why does she appear in a human form? Could it be that she is? Thinking about this, Longhaochen can't help but be greatly surprised. He remembers something his father once told him regarding the classification of spirit furnaces. Long Xingyu told Longhaochen that spirit furnaces are also classified into levels, with a total of 5 levels. Among them, Longhaochen's holy guiding spirit furnace can only be classified as 5th level, which is the lowest level. The classification of spirit furnace levels is determined based on their purpose, power, development potential, and the backlash they produce. The reason Holy Guiding Spirit Furnace is only rated as 5th level is because its unique nurturing ability hasn't been disclosed by the Night Temple. Otherwise, it could have potentially reached the 3rd level. Most 5th level spirit furnaces are either for support or defense, with few being designed for offense. They usually have only one additional skill. They can evolve only once or twice. Holy Guiding Spirit Furnace is definitely unique among 5th level spirit furnaces. In the eyes of many, Holy Guiding Spirit Furnace's greatest utility is as a team core when the user has lower cultivation. However, as one's cultivation becomes stronger, the effectiveness of Holy Guiding Spirit Furnace diminishes. When it comes to 4th level spirit furnaces, they can have various skills, but most of them still have only one skill, and the primary difference from 5th level spirit furnaces lies in their power. 3rd level spirit furnaces have at least 2 skills or more, and these skills must reach a certain level of power. For example, Longhaochen's Holy Guiding Spirit Furnace, which can only manipulate power within a certain range, doesn't meet these criteria. Caier's Thousand Strike Spirit Furnace is classified as a third-level spirit furnace, although she hasn't undergone evolution yet. Therefore, her Thousand Strike Spirit Furnace currently has only one offensive skill, but once she completes an evolution, its offensive power will increase significantly. As for second-level spirit furnaces, they are already considered quite powerful among known spirit furnaces. There are only 7 types of second-level spirit furnaces among the known 74 types. Each of them can have at least 3 practical skills. Of course, they may also come with significant backlash. However, some may have only one skill, but that skill can be incredibly powerful. For example, Caier's father, Shenlingxin, has a rejuvenation spirit furnace, which is classified as a second-level spirit furnace. Those who possess a third-level spirit furnace can significantly boost a professional's strength, and having a second-level spirit furnace means possessing formidable power to turn the tide on the battlefield. Moreover, the higher the level of the spirit furnace, the more powerful it becomes with a stronger user. If Shenlingxin's cultivation reaches the 9th rank, then, when he uses the rejuvenation spirit furnace, even the top 10 ranked demon gods would have to avoid his full-powered attacks. As for the first-level spirit furnace, currently, there is only one known, and that's Caier's reincarnation spirit furnace. The requirements for a first-level spirit furnace are not limited to the number of skills, but rather the power it unleashes when used. The requirement is simple: it must be capable of killing opponents 2 ranks above itself when in action. If a spirit furnace can kill opponents 2 ranks above itself when in use, then it's classified as a first-level spirit furnace. So far, only Caier's reincarnation spirit furnace has been confirmed as a first-level spirit furnace. Of course, Longhaochen is well aware of its strong backlash. After Long Xingyu explained the 5 levels of spirit furnaces to Longhaochen, he said something else. He told Longhaochen, "In Legends there exists another type of spirit furnace. This type of spirit furnace certainly belongs to the first level, and it might even surpass the first level. However, it only appears in Legends. It has never appeared in the history of the Temple Alliance. It is said to have last appeared during the Glorious Era, and the most powerful person in one of the 3 major empires possessed it. The Imperial King owned that spirit furnace. This legendary spirit furnace was known as the Wisdom Spirit Furnace. This means that the spirit furnace itself is no longer a divine treasure, but a true living being, a life form with advanced intelligence. Its evolution potential is limitless. Its capabilities are difficult to estimate. Long Xingyu's assessment at the time was that this type of spirit furnace only exists in Legends. However, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Looking at the composed Ye XiaoLei, Longhaochen can't help but be secretly surprised. Could it be that the girl in front of him is the one his father mentioned in the Legends? He can't be sure, but if it's true, then Ye XiaoLei's identity becomes quite evident. Her earlier mention of her sister is likely the creator of this dream paradise, and she, in turn, should be the guardian of the dream paradise. Even someone like Longhaochen momentarily feels dazed. Wisdom Spirit Furnace, surpassing even Caier's reincarnation Spirit Furnace, but he quickly regained his composure. Regardless, he would never do anything harmful to this girl. He also wouldn't allow anyone to harm her. This feeling comes entirely from his heart. It arose the moment Longhaochen first saw Ye XiaoLei. He doesn't know why he feels this way, but when he senses the change in his mindset, a faint smile appears on his face. This mindset makes him feel comfortable and at ease. It's like the feeling one gets when doing a good deed. Ultimately, doing good deeds isn't about seeking rewards or divine favor. It's simply about finding peace in one's heart. When the heart is at peace, the body is at ease. Just as Longhaochen is deep in thought, a sudden change occurs in the battle below. The attack power of the 9 demon clan members, who were previously completely suppressed by the demon beast tide, suddenly weakened, causing the attacking demon beasts to retract to some extent. The reason for the weakened attacks is simple. Ah Bao suddenly withdrew from the attack formation, returning to his companions. He is currently conversing with a person who is radiating an orange-red light. The same person who was previously heavily injured by the commander level number 21 demon hunting squad. Ah Bao's expression remains indifferent, but the demon who released the orange-red magic doesn't appear calm. Be cautious, they might have some changes. Longhaochen quietly tells Ye XiaoLei beside him. Ye XiaoLei responds softly, her expression growing serious. Even though nothing has happened yet, she senses that something is amiss. Even though it's so far away, Longhaochen can still vaguely sense that Ah Bao's emotions seem like a forbidden curse about to erupt at any moment. The demon who released the orange-red magic, however, seems to be in some kind of struggle. The two of them are actually having what appears to be an argument. This is unusual. If Ah Bao is the prince of the Dragon Demon clan, then why would his words be opposed? Unless, be careful, they may be trying to break through the limits of the Dream Paradise rules, Longhaochen urgently says. Just at that moment, it seems the demon magician has finally been persuaded by Ah Bao. With Ah Bao rejoining the battle, a thick orange-red light radiates from within them. This orange-red light isn't particularly strong, but it gives off an eerie feeling. The once abundant life energy in the air seems to have become somewhat stagnant due to the appearance of this orange-red light. What's even more surprising is that this layer of light hasn't broken through the 10,000 spiritual energy limit. What's going on? Both longhaochen and Ye XiaoLei are puzzled, feeling the pressure from the orange-red light. But why is the light still within the limits of the rules? Suddenly, Zhang Fangfang exclaims, "Star Demon Clan, that person should be from the Star Demon Clan. Be cautious, he's about to cast the Great Prophecy." Hearing the words, Great Prophecy, Longhaochen's face suddenly changes drastically. The Great Prophecy is a powerful magic unique to the Star Demon Clan, and only those with direct bloodline ties to the Star Demon God can cast it. It comes at a great cost. Even a Star Demon God themselves has to expend a significant amount of their life force to use it. For those without the assistance of a Demon God pillar, the cost of casting the Great Prophecy is their own life. The most significant feature of the Great Prophecy is that it doesn't fall under the category of magic, and it can't be graded. It's more like a divine art. No wonder it can be used here without breaking the rules. Just then, Ye XiaoLei, who is beside Longhaochen, suddenly shudders, and then, the seven-colored light emanating from her body intensifies abruptly. A powerful surge of life energy bursts forth from her. The 8 people, including Longhaochen, standing beside her are astonished to feel their spiritual energy rapidly increasing in an instant. It's not a mere recovery of spiritual energy, but rather, their spiritual power is fundamentally strengthening, as if they were cultivating themselves. Longhaochen, caier, and Zhang Fangfang are handling it better, feeling their own strength increasing with excitement. It's as if their spiritual energy is increasing by almost 10 points every second. In just an instant, their spiritual power has increased by 100 or more. However, the experience of the other 5 is different. Lin Xin, Wan Yuanyuan, Shima Xian, Han Yu, and Qin Er, who are currently at the peak of the 5th rank, in this sudden surge of spiritual power, the bottleneck that has been holding them back is violently shaking. They are all intelligent individuals, so how could they miss such an opportunity? They immediately mobilize their spiritual power to break through their bottlenecks with full force. The life spiritual power emitted by Ye XiaoLei is not only powerful but also gentle, and it can be accepted by any attribute other than death and darkness. This immense life energy spreads out, and the demon beasts outside suddenly seem to have gained a boost, their strength increasing dramatically, and their attacks becoming much more formidable in an instant. Even someone as powerful as Ah Bao is struggling to resist. Without a doubt, Ye XiaoLei has started to go all out after sensing the crisis. However, on the other side, within the ranks of the demon clan, the orange-yellow light is becoming increasingly intense. In the sky, a massive orange-yellow star-shaped pattern appears, radiating a dense and intense starlight. Every time it shines, Ye XiaoLei's face becomes a shade paler. Longhaochen, this great prophecy is going to seal me. I will be sealed for at least an hour or more. Protect me for an hour. When I break free from the great prophecy, it will be their time of death. In Ye XiaoLei's clear childlike voice filled with anger and unwillingness, but she slowly sits down cross-legged, clasping her hands in front of her chest, and closes her eyes. Just at that moment, her life energy surges once again, doubling in strength, forming a green halo that expands outward. A sound resembling a moan escapes from the mouths of Lin Xin, Wan Yuanyuan, Shima Xian, Qin Er, and Han Yu, their 5 pairs of spiritual wings, all unfolding simultaneously at that very moment. They have all broken through at this critical moment. Their spiritual openings beginning to solidify. The gift that Ye XiaoLei has given them is truly immense, helping 5 individuals break through the 6th rank bottleneck, something that would have taken months of normal training. However, with Ye XiaoLei's help, they achieved it in an instant. However, just after that final green halo shimmered into existence, Ye XiaoLei suddenly acquired an additional layer of orange-colored halo around her, enveloping her completely, to the point where not even a breath could escape. The Great Prophecy is an extremely powerful divine art, and it has various effects. The cost it exacts is so immense, so how could its power be insignificant? In simple terms, if the Great Prophecy were cast upon an ordinary person, even if it prophesied their death, there's a high likelihood they would die instantly. However, Ye XiaoLei is obviously not an ordinary person. So even if the Great Prophecy is cast upon her, it will only temporarily seal her. Just as she is sealed, the demon who cast the Great Prophecy suddenly explodes like a watermelon being smashed, shattering into a rain of blood. Blood rains down wherever the blood spreads. Wherever the blood rain goes, at least a dozen demon beasts in front are turned into sieves by the blood rain. This is the cost of casting the Great Prophecy. But with the help of this Great Prophecy, the tide of battle has undoubtedly changed. With his death, 2 soft glows of spirit furnace and an orange crown-shaped demon crystal of inheritance rise at the same time, revealing his status in the Star Demon Clan and his gains in entering Dream Paradise. Ah Bao's face remains cold and stern, showing no emotion whatsoever at his companion's death. It was only through oaths and promises that he persuaded his companion to cast this crucial Great Prophecy, despite the considerable cost of the promises he made. The prospect of obtaining Ye XiaoLei from the mountain parcel is well worth it. The sacrifice is worthwhile. And it's not just him, even the demon god emperor has an irresistible desire for Ye XiaoLei. The demon clan, at any cost, fiercely attacks Jinan Pass, and spares no expense to make a deal with the Temple Alliance. They allow 10 members of the demon clan to enter this dream paradise. And their ultimate goal is one thing: to obtain Ye XiaoLei.